people, and it's gone on far too long.
Good evening, church. My name is Donald Myers, and about 3 p.m., Reverend O'Rourke texted me and said, brother, do you have any actual experience with stop and frisk? And I said, hey, Rev, a whole lot. I'm 46 years old. I've lived in the city of Philadelphia all my life. I just wanted to read real quick this, just 2 quick quotes. It says that this came from the Associated Press. More than a third of stop and frisk conducted by Philadelphia Police Department in the first half of 2015 were made without reasonable suspicion, according to a report filed Tuesday in federal court by a group of civil rights lawyers. The department has been under a federal consent decree since 2011. According to the report, 33% of all stops and 42% of all frisks were made without reasonable suspicion. Of those, black residents were the subject of 69% of the stops and 57% of the frisks. This is from the Associated Press. Like I said, I've lived here all my life. When I thought about this, I was on my way to get an MRI. And as I laid back on the table, I started to think of all of the experiences that I had. And I said, well, which one do I want to talk about? And I remember one that was in the summer of 2009. One of my cousins has called me and asked me, could they borrow $50? I was on my way to work, and I told him, I said, look, meet me at 17th and Burks, and I'll give you the $50. He was going to the doctor. He needed to pay the copay to go to the doctor. I met him there. I gave him the money. As I'm giving him the money, the police pull up in an unmarked truck, make both of us make me get out of the car, make him stand up against the car. They frisked both of us. They asked us for our information. Because I was a little flippant at the time, they put me in handcuffs. The police station was right around the corner. They took me around the corner and they asked me what was my employment status. At the time, I was the director of the largest homeless shelter in the city of Philadelphia. I had under my responsibility 120 employees, 4 various sites, and a homeless shelter with 350 men in it. And when I told him that, they didn't believe it because I had on a pair of khakis and I had on a polo t-shirt. And they took my ID, they went down to the shelter, and they showed my identification to the security people at the desk. And they came in and said, does this man work here? And when they looked at my driver's license, the man said, that's our big boss. Is he locked up now? And what I learned is that no matter what your economic status is, no matter what your educational status is, where you live at, what you may drive, you are subject to being, or what color you are, white or black, red or brown, you are subject to stop and frisk. We have to do something as a group about stop and frisk. We have to change these laws, and we have to stand up against this as a group, and not just individuals, not just black people, or not just white people, not just brown people, but a group of people. Stand up and make a decision. I want to close with this. I got a 10-year-old son, his name is Ian, and I had to have a conversation with him. I had to have a conversation with him of how he needed to act if the police ever stopped him. I had to tell my 10-year-old son that if they stop you, don't move too fast. If they stop you, put your hands up so they can see your hands. If they stop you, be polite. Say, yes, sir. because it's more important for you to come home at night than anything else. It is important that if they stop you, that you listen to their commands and don't move too fast. Too many of the brothers are getting killed. We have to do something as a group. Thank you.
And we won't be silent anymore. And we won't be silent anymore.
Somebody's hurting our people, and it's gone on far too long, and we won't be silent.